Hey everybody, welcome back to some more pickup videos, and this is another CeX one, and as always, it's Wii games. Sometimes PSP games, but this time it's Wii games, because I think I got all the PSP movies from my CeX, so there's going to be none more of them for a while, and I feel like this might be the last Wii pickup from CeX, because I don't think I could afford any more and I'm happy with what I got. So let's jump into the first lot on the pickup, and it is Rayman Raving Rabbits. This is the TV party, and it was only £1 and has over 50 games. Even the back shows some of those games exclusive. The rabbits have invaded your TV. Have joined them in their wackiest TV party ever. Prepare for the invasion at the Raven Rabbits TVparty.com. I have no idea if that is still available, the website, but I'm going to try it regardless. And if you see there in the top corner, it says Wii Balance Board Compatible. I'm not going to use it with the compatible board because anyone who's owned a Wii and has actually used the Wii board knows it's complete garbage and that it was designed just for a gimmick to sell units because it's useless. And that was taken care of. Time to move on to the next lot. Putting my headphones onto the side. And we have Top Trumps, the Doctor Who one. I didn't know they did a video game version of the card game, but apparently it's a thing. I don't know how many others they did, but I brought this up because it was 50p. And you never know, sometimes you might find something interesting, and a bad game could undoubtedly become an exciting game. Now there's no actual booklet inside, just the health and safety bit, but that don't count. But at least the disc was in good, acceptable condition. The next one we have Nicktoons Battle of the Toybots. Saw pretty much SpongeBob and Patrick on the front, and it pretty much convinced me to buy it. £2. Feels like a punch 'em up game, and when you turn to the back, it pretty much confirms it's a punch 'em up game. And I can definitely spend hours playing this one. The disc is loose. I think something is wrong with the case. So the button thing's damaged, but I will look into a new case because some of these come out and go into a sleeve, so I'm not really bothered at the moment with the case, but something to look at in the future when I do want to move them over back to display purposes. Next Wii game is Generator Rex, Agent of the Providence. Sorry, read that wrong. £1.50. Again, this is like another beat 'em up game, pretty much ripping off all your classics like Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. And then the disc inside. Next Wii game we have here is Science Papa. Again, it was made by Fun for All, £1.50. Kind of reminded me of Rob the Robot, and that's probably why I brought it. But it kind of looks interesting at the back, especially if you're into your science games. This could probably be one to pick up. And the booklet is a bit damaged, but it's not the end of the world. That can still be straightened out. If you ever want advice on how to straighten out your booklets, just pretty much straighten all the pages and then put something heavy on it for 24 hours, and the next day it will be as good as new, like nothing's happened to it. So yeah, just do that, and that's an easy way to fix anything bent. So next one is Emergency Heroes for £2. And onto the back, I was very curious about this game because when you hear a game called Emergency Heroes, you think it's going to be like Taxi Driver or something like that. It just looks like a normal racing game, but with, you know, emergency vehicles, not Taxi Driver. Next game pretty much looks like an RPG element, and it's this one, Knight's Journey of the Dreams, £1.50. From the back you can definitely see that it has that taste and feel of an RPG game, possibly a 3D, 2D side scroller. I could probably get around to playing this game. It seems like my cup of tea. There was no manual, but the game looked very interesting. And it has basically Sega and Sonic Team were behind it, so that gives you a feel of what it's like, because there's rings in there. Like, there's rings right there. You can just barely make them out, but there are rings in the game. Next game is Super Monkey Banana Ball, which again, I had this game on PSP, played it at the arcade on a ticket one, where I work has it, so yeah, this game is very familiar to me. I know it for a long time, so when I saw the Wii version, I just had to pick it up. You can play up to 4 people, which is supposed to be the intended version, and they're supposed to be like quick mini games to find out who's the better competition. So yeah, 50 party games, new bosses. It's pretty much the Monkey Bonanzas, and it actually has a booklet, and I love how the booklet on the back of it has the Sonic Classic logo, which is SonicCity.com. which is another website which I will check out, because that does seem interesting. Right, next we have the My Sim game. This is the Sky Heroes edition. As you can probably tell on my channel, I've done a lot of these lately, the My Sim games. And if you remember the Sims games, these are basically the chilled down versions of them for Wii, just with My in the front, so they make them a bit more kid friendly, as Sims games were pretty much for the more adult or oldest class games. These were basically aimed towards kids with all the mini games and that. And this one really looked interesting. For £3, I just had to get it, just to add it to my Sims collection, because the next one we have is My Sims Agents, and this is pretty much a nod to like Matrix and that sort of thing. So it has that hint of agency behind it, like Men in Black, Matrix. You can probably get the feel of where this game's going to go. And that looks like a lightsaber, not going to lie. It does look like a lightsaber. But it does have a nice 2D and 3D element to it. So again, this is another game that would probably be up my street to play. And then it does come with the booklet, which is always wrong way up when CeX do it, but they actually provided one, which was incredible. Now our last Wii game is this one, Zack and Wiki, Quest for Bob Otus Treasure, and it was £1.50. So I have no idea anything about this game, except that it really looked interesting when I looked on the back. Yeah, from only 2 images, it reminds me of the WarioWare game, where you're constantly using the Wii remote to perform actions on screen. And I used to love the WarioWare game for the Wii, because it actually utilises what the Wii was meant to do. Yes, it was a hard game, but it was very enjoyable, because you're actually using the whole sense of the Joy-Cons on the Wii remote. You were fully using them to your control. And this is what this game reminds me of, so I can definitely get behind this. And that was a receipt that fell out, because I forget that CeX sometimes put the receipts in the game cases, which is even more annoying. And now our last game, which isn't a Wii title, this was a random one I picked up, and it's an Xbox original game, Fable. That is right, the original Fable game on the Xbox original. And I love how it says only on Xbox, and they have been true to that name till this day. Fable is, by God, my most favourite video game series of all time. I've enjoyed it through many encounters. Yeah, okay, some installments were worse than the others, but I have to truly say Fable and Fable 2 will always be in my hearts as one of the greatest. Fable 3 definitely was up there in continuing the series, and I really hope they continue bringing on the legacy that is Fable when it comes to the Switch, because I have heard rumours that they are bringing out Fable again, so maybe they could bring it on the Switch. They could do it on Xbox continuously, we don't know now, because I've heard rumours that they are going to port it onto the Switch. It might become multi-platform, or it might just remain on the Microsoft. It all depends on where the final outcome leads, and whether it's going to actually be a thing or not, because we had Fable Legends, which was a fail, and now they're coming back doing an actual proper Fable game. So if it is still an Xbox exclusive, I'm still going to pick it up, and I really hope they explore multi-ports and bring it onto other systems for other people to enjoy, because a lot of people are missing out on such a great franchise. And I would say this again, if you have an Xbox, even if you have an Xbox 360, pick up Fable, or pick up Fable the Anniversary Edition that came out on 360. That was basically a remake or a remaster sort of thing of the first Fable game. Pick it up and play it, because it is such a unique game. Or if you have the Game Pass, you can go get it part of the Game Pass and experience the greatness that is that game. And look at the back. Back in the time, like in Xbox, these were high-end graphics, and just look at the tick boxes. Okay, yeah, it's one player, but it had Xbox Live Aware. It was so ahead of its time. It was incredible. And there was another receipt inside. Oh, I have so many receipts. But yeah, I now have Fable on the original Xbox. Again, I didn't know whether I still had it, but I picked up because it was £1. And when you see a great game like that for £1, you pick it up, because eventually you're going to experience the awesomeness that is that game. So yes, those are all the pickup videos for today. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, please remember to leave a like, comment below, subscribe, and turn on post notifications by ticking that bell icon to keep up with all the latest. I will see you in the next awesome pickup video. But until then, take care.